The floor is done and everything is just coming together as we go into the final stretches of this kitchen renovation. Everything has been bought, everything has been purchased and ready to be put into the kitchen. It is looking really good. We have put on the last tiles on the wall behind the stovetop. The new lighting is super cool looking and ready to be installed, and of course we had to test it out.
Oh my god!
And every last thing has been sanded. So welcome to the last episode in the kitchen renovation series.
Good morning to yet another day here in the kitchen reno. It is of course Denmark, so it is raining outside like crazy, but I've actually made some progress already that I haven't filmed because I wanted to see what it looked like. So I have sanded down the holes that we patched yesterday, and I don't know if you can see over here, we have started to put the paneling up and I think it looks so good. So I have actually already cut some of the paneling down, but we just wanted to see what it would look like with the whole vibe and, you know, the gray, and I think it looks really good. So what we're gonna do today? Today is all about sanding. So I'm gonna sand down every single one of the cabinet doors and front doors and drawers so we can actually prime them, because later we are going to paint them in the most beautiful green color in the world. So I'm going to show you guys the color when we start painting, but first let's sand these down so we can actually prime the whole thing and get ready to paint. And before we do that, I don't know if you guys remember the handles that were on the cabinets before. These were the ones. They're very old and dingy looking. They're super gross and they have like this weird, almost like sticky texture to it, which is not nice at all. This is the new one. So as you can see, they are somewhat similar. This is a more of a matte black look, and it has a flat edge with rounded corners compared to this one. It's also a bit smaller, so this is gonna look so good. A few variations of this. So we have the short one, which is gonna go on all of the cabinet doors. So they're actually gonna go like this. It's gonna be really cool and it's gonna look super good. And on the drawers, an even longer version. So as you can see in the packaging, it's almost 3 times as long, and those are gonna go on the drawers just to break it up so it doesn't look all the same. I think this is gonna look really good on the drawers. But first, before we get into that, let's start sanding.
And this is going to be a super quick time lapse. So I used my multi-tool to sand down the fronts of all the cabinets and the drawers, and then I started to prime everything. Now I will say primer is probably the most sticky thing I have ever worked with in my entire life. I got it all over my hands, everything was just everywhere. But it is a very important step to actually get the paint on and have a really nice finish. So we primed everything and got it ready to paint afterwards, but the drying time was a bit longer than expected.
I am now waiting for the first batch of cabinet doors and drawers to dry. We have a limited space here, so I've currently painted 4 cabinet doors and 3 drawers. While we're waiting for that to dry, I'm probably going to put up some more paneling, so let's go ahead and do that.
Now this paneling was actually done in batches because money ran out and we didn't have enough money to buy the rest of the paneling. So I'm just going to show you me attaching some of them, and they are attached with this No More Nails glue, which is the most crazy thing in the world. I feel like it could hold anything, but you can kind of start to see the vision here, and I think it looks so good. And this of course is the paneling that we have been staining for the last couple of episodes.
It is really starting to look so good. So it's gonna go all the way up. It's gonna go down the side here. The paneling is also gonna continue over on this wall, across. It's gonna go from about this height up. It's gonna go that way and down. And then I put this on as well, which is like a little border paneling. So that's just gonna create a nice border between the paneling that's going up and this down wall here, which is gonna be painted green. So now it is basically just a waiting game to wait for everything to dry. And I'm gonna continue cutting some of the paneling so we can actually start gluing those on. Hopefully get closer to finishing this kitchen. It is quite late in the evening. We have just had dinner and a primer hell. I tried to wash the primer off with my hands and it is, as you can see, they're very white. It's literally everywhere. So we have a new plan, but before I actually start to paint all of the cabinets here, because they are dry, I want to show you guys the color that we've chosen. So it is by a brand called Jotun. Here it is. And this particular brand is called Lady. The color that we have chosen, and I don't know who comes up with these color codes. The color of it is called Dark Sage. I'm just gonna give this a little stir. Oh my God, it's so pretty. So we wanted to go for this kind of dark olive green, and this is the color. Of course, it's gonna dry a little bit darker than what it shows. It always does, but it is just the most beautiful color. So we're so excited to actually start painting this. And this was very expensive. So let's pour this. So it does show up a little bit lighter on camera than what it is, but this is just so beautiful. So this is probably what it's gonna dry like. So I'm gonna take you guys into my dining room because I have cabinet doors everywhere in the house. And let's start to paint some of these. I'm super excited about the results. Okay, let's go. I'm nervous and excited, but let's try it out. Oh my God. Do you love it?
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So we hope that this is only gonna need one coat. It might need 2 coats, but the second coat shouldn't be that heavy and aggressive. So I'm gonna keep on painting here, and I will see you guys later when we're done. Okay, everything is drying. We have the drawers. We have in here 3 drying and the 2 in here. So these are gonna have to dry, and then they're gonna have to get a second coat because you can see there's some of the places that it needs a little bit of touch up, but that's to be expected. And then I still have 4 more cabinet doors here to do. So yeah, it's gonna be a long night, but now it's just a waiting game to get them to dry nice and even. But the coating, and look how beautiful it looks. It's gonna dry more on the matte side, but do we love the color or what? Like, yes. So I will see you guys tomorrow. It is the next day, and I'm almost finished painting all of the cabinet doors. Only 4 more doors. This is 4, not this. Only 4 more doors are currently drying. So with the other doors and cabinets and or doors and drawers, up. I love the color. It looks so good. I'm so excited about it. And Martin absolutely loves the color as well. So I thought while we're waiting for the last few cabinet doors to dry, we could start by putting up some of these new handles. And as you can see, this is the handles for the cabinets. This is for the drawers. So the idea is that these are gonna go here in the middle, and it's gonna go all the way up, and it's gonna look so good. So I'm super excited about putting these in. I cannot wait. Also, you guys need to tell me in the comment section down below, how do you like the color? I think the color with the paneling and the gray is just beautiful. So the last thing that we need to paint inside here is actually the edge here. That needs to be gray as well to really hide all of the white. But after that, we're almost done with the kitchen. It's just the last few details. So let's hit that cabinet door right here.
Putting on these handles were super easy because we just had to go through the holes of the original orientation and use this really cool tool from IKEA to drill into the other side, and then we had to just attach them. So it was fairly easy, and it actually went, well, quite well. There was a few hiccups here and there where I actually drilled in the wrong hole, but you know, that's to be expected. But the results in the end were so good. Love the way that it looks. And to close out the day and really get some of this stuff done, I stained the last of the wood. So I sat in front of the television with Martin and I just stained away all of these panels that we need to put up on the wall. Now, these fortunately for us only needed one coat to match the shelving unit that I built myself that is in the window. So it was really cool to just, you know, sit down, relax for a moment and stain these, knowing that that would be the last thing that needed to be done before cutting them and gluing them onto the wall. So it was just a super chill evening, and that kind of closed off the day. So you could kind of, you know, relax and know that's exactly what we need to do tomorrow.
Hi everybody, it has been a couple of weeks since I have done any real work on this kitchen, but I have done small things here and there. As you can probably tell behind me, all the kitchen cabinets have now been painted this really beautiful green color. Me and Martin are so in love with it. So what I'm actually doing now, the whole place looks a bloody mess, but we are working on the last few detailing, and then we can start to clean up and really get into the final shots. So what am I doing now? I'm currently cutting down all of these panelings, which is gonna go on the wall, which I just showed, and I have a few of these to actually cut. So let's cut the last of these down so we can start by doing the last touches, like putting in silicone in all of the little cracks to make it look really beautiful. So this, and along with some painting, is the last big thing that I need to do. So let's go ahead and cut some more of these pieces.
Man, the days are just flying by now. So we are on Sunday, December the 7th, and I had again a few odd jobs that needed to be done. So first off, the edging of all of these countertops. I bought this edging band, which just needs to be glued on with some heat. So of course, just used my iron to do that and then shaved it down. This is for the shelf in the makeshift cabinet, and we bought this contact paper which matches the color perfectly of all the stained wood that we have. So putting in this in the places that is open just transformed the space completely. It is currently 11 o'clock at night, and me and Martin are really working hard to get this kitchen done, because tomorrow we are getting a container full of free wood for a job that I helped with from an old house that needs to be sorted. So we're just working as much as possible to get everything done. I'm not going to show you all the results because you guys are going to have to see that for the finished reveal. But while Martin is painting, I am going to take the shelving units from the cabinets, the two open cabinets that we have, and put our contact foil on it so we get a nice cohesive look throughout.
It is December 8th, and this is the last day of the kitchen renovation. It still looks like a bloody mess every which way here, but me and Martin stayed up very, very late last night to finish a lot of the last touches. So the last thing that we actually need to do is paint some last stuff and get up some of these borders that we need to do, and then we can start with finishing touches. So I'm not going to show you any more of the kitchen. Let's get into the finishing touches. But as you can see behind me, it's come a long way.
And just as a quick reminder, this is the kitchen that we started out with before we discovered all the mold, all the ruts. It was just a very, very old, dingy kitchen. Way too low counters, way too it was bad. So I hope you guys are ready for the big reveal, because it is coming in just a few seconds. And I'm so excited to show you guys. Here we go.
We are finally done with the kitchen renovation here, and we are so happy with the results. We think that it turned out so good. Love the color, love everything we've done. So it's these very earthy tones with all this very harsh concrete, and I think it looks fucking awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on this renovation journey. Let me know in the comment section down below if you've ever taken on a task like this, because I will say this has been a much bigger project than we ever anticipated, but I think the result speaks for itself. And while you're down in the comment section, why not leave this video a like? Tell me what you thought about this kitchen reno, seeing that it is a very huge one. And remember to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you become part of the Ordinary Army. And there's really nothing else to say. Thank you for joining us on this journey. We have another project coming up, so stay tuned for that. And remember to stay ordinary, because being ordinary is freaking awesome. Bye everybody.